Hi, Miss Flores.
Good morning.
Good morning. How are you? We have no video from you, just audio. Wait, there we
Good
go.
now?
Now we got you.
Good.
All right, I want to introduce you to the Arizona State University group who proudly are displaying your pennants that you sent, so thank you so much. As you can
Thanks.
see, we also have it hanging right up there with some of our other ones that we have in our classroom. So that was perfect. So first I'd like to introduce you to Victoria, Laurelyn, Rosie, Logan, and Nevaeh.
The only boy in the group.
Good morning.
All right, so we're going to ask you some questions about Arizona State. Is that okay?
Yeah, perfect.
Okay, go ahead, Victoria.
Where is your school mascot?
What is your school mascot?
And colors. And school colors.
I can't hear.
Okay, what is your school mascot and school colors? School Is that better?
Yeah.
Okay. What is your school mascot and school colors?
Our school mascot is Sparky the Sun Devil, and our school colors are maroon and gold.
Cool.
How did that become your
How did that become your mascot?
How did that become your mascot?
Well, when ASU first started, we had a mascot that was the owl for Tempe Normal School, and then it was changed to a bulldog. But in 1946, the students wanted it to be replaced by a sun devil. So on November 8th, 1946, the student body voted 819 to 196 to make the change. So that was the first time the Sun Devil appeared, and he was actually illustrated by a Disney illustrator whose name was Bert Anthony. He designed Sparky, and he designed him with his famous pitchfork. And here at ASU, we make a pitchfork symbol like this.
Try it. Yep, good. There you go. Cool.
Yeah,
Now, they call Arizona the Valley of the Sun. Is that correct?
that is correct.
So is that how the Sun Devil came to be?
Yeah, it probably is. It's pretty warm here. We're probably expecting about 110 degrees today.
110. Wow. Yeah, that's how I would feel too, Victoria. Go ahead, Laura. No, Victoria, one more.
How many students attend your college or university?
We have 4 different campuses throughout the valley. So combined, we have 72,000 students.
Holy cow, that's actually the largest school we've talked to this entire month. Michigan State and Penn State were 2 of the highest with 56 and 46 respectively, but over 70,000, that's a tremendous amount of students.
It is, and it's divided across 4 campuses. Our largest campus is our Tempe campus, and that has about 50,000 students.
Excellent.
How many students start college at your school each year?
We typically have about 8,000 incoming freshmen.
Wow, that's a big difference. When we graduate here, we're only graduating over 105 second graders are leaving our school this year. So that's quite a difference between 8,000 and just over 100. So that's a big difference in school sizes. Go ahead, Flora.
How big are your class sizes?
How big are your class sizes?
We have a big variety. Yeah, we have a big variety of class sizes between all 4 of our campuses and all of our programs. Our average class size is about 25 students, but it does range from a small class size of 15 to a large lecture of 500 students.
Wow. Yeah, class size of 500. Could you imagine? That's going to school with that's like going to one class with our entire school. Go ahead, Laura.
What types of sports are offered at your school?
Well, ASU is a Division I school, and we are part of the Pac-12 conference, and we have things like football, basketball for men and women, volleyball for men and women, diving, swimming, women's soccer. We have a lot of club sports as well for students that don't want to do those varsity athletics. We actually have a softball team that's very good. They're in the National Championship Series right now. So we're rooting them on, and we do have a very good baseball team as well as wrestling team.
Excellent. What? Oh, Rose, your turn.
What types of things are there to do at your college?
There are many things to do at ASU. Since we have so many students, we kind of work like a little city here. So we have lots of activities, different clubs and organizations. Like Greek Life, I don't know if you guys are familiar with what that is, but it's a sorority or a fraternity. Have you heard of a sorority or a fraternity?
Yeah. You might see a lot of those in movies that you guys might have seen where, a group of people get together and they become almost like a family. They live together and they do a lot of different events together.
I don't know what this is.
Go ahead, Rose.
Yeah, so we have those. We have activities for students to study abroad, which means for half a year you go and live in another country and learn a new language and meet people from all over the world. You can do that here. Community service, where you can serve locally in schools and maybe tutor elementary students in the area like you guys. We have different intramural activities, so students can go outside and play kickball together or play volleyball or softball and just have fun outside. Since it is warm out here, we like to spend a lot of time outside.
Excellent.
Do you have any rivals?
Do you have any rivals?
We do. Our big rival is the school that's in the same state as us. We often joke and say it's the school that's south of here. We don't have to mention their name, but it is the University of Arizona. They're in Tucson, Arizona, and we've had a long-standing rivalry for as long as the schools have existed. It's big during football games and basketball games as well in academia, so we rival the University of Arizona.
It's funny, in all the different schools, we tend to find that it's normally two schools from the same state that have that rivalry. We talk to Michigan and Michigan State, who have the big rivalry, and Georgia Tech and Georgia. So Arizona and Arizona State would be another one we can add to the list.
Yes.
Does your college have any traditions?
We do. We do have a few traditions, and a lot of them involve the incoming freshman class. So like I said earlier, those 8,000 freshmen that start at the beginning of the year, they get together during our new student orientation, and we have a big mountain on our campus that has a giant letter A on it. And it's the color yellow at the beginning of the year, but the students, all the freshmen, they get a cup of paint and they hike up the mountain. Probably one of the warmest days of the year, so they get pretty hot, but they whitewash the A, so they paint the A white, and it just kind of symbolizes the beginning of the year. So all the freshmen get to do that together and get to know each other. That's a cool tradition you have. And then we also have what's called the Lantern Walk that happens during homecoming week. We have a parade, and it happens at night, and people walk around with their lit lanterns, and that's been going on for a very long time.
Now, the whitewashed A, where is that located?
It's on the Tempe campus.
Okay. Now, is that visible from the sky? Because I believe I've flown over that as I've flown through Arizona.
It is. Actually, the Tempe campus is like 15 minutes away from the Phoenix International Sky Harbor Airport. So when you do take off, you can see the football stadium, and you can see that A mountain from the airport.
I think I do have a picture of it. I'll show it to you guys from when I was in Phoenix when I flew it through. Well, I had a stopover in Phoenix. So I did take a picture. No, I'll show you. I have it on the computer. Go ahead, Logan.
What is your college best known for?
ASU is known for quite a bit of things. I think it's honestly just a wide variety of offerings. So we have a campus that has 9,000 students. We have a campus that has 15,000 students, 20,000, and 50,000 students. We have small colleges and big colleges. Our most famous college is probably our W.P. Carey School of Business. So if any of you guys ever want to grow up and go into the business world, it's a great school for that. We also have the Walter Cronkite School of Journalism. So if you ever want to grow up and be a news reporter and be somebody famous on TV or write newspaper articles or anything online, social media, you can do that there as well.
Rosie, you had a question about one of the majors there. Did you want to answer? What go ahead.
Do you have any fashion schools there? Like that teaches sewing and fashion with fabric and stuff?
We do not have a fashion school. Oftentimes, this is a big word I'm going to share with you, but it's vocation. That is a vocational school or a trade school that teaches you a specific skill, like what fashion would be. But we do have a program that's called supply chain management, which is famous across the whole world. And if you want to learn how to get in the fashion industry and sell clothes to stores, I don't know what your favorite store is. I like Target. So if you wanted to sell clothes to Target, you could do that with supply chain management.
Excellent. Go ahead, Logan.
Why do most people choose to attend your college or school?
A lot of people start looking at ASU because of the weather. I would say it's warm here. It doesn't rain. Does it rain a lot in New Jersey?
Yes.
It rains here maybe 10 days out of the whole year.
So almost every day that you're in Arizona, it's going to be hot and sunny.
Yeah, so people start looking at the weather, and there is a lot of things to do here. We are known as a research university, so students get a lot of funding to work with their teachers and their professors to learn a lot about the world. They can explore the space, they can explore the ocean, learn about sicknesses like cancer, and there's just a wide variety of academic offerings and things to do here.
How big is your campuses?
Our Tempe campus is 1 square mile. So if you were to walk from one end to the other end, it takes about 20 minutes.
It's actually funny that you say that. That's actually the size of the town that we're in right now. It's only 1 square mile. So if you could imagine the entire town of Keansburg as the campus in Tempe, Arizona, that's how big the campus would be. So from the beach all the way to the highway would be the size of the campus. That's how big the Arizona State University is.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Nevaeh.
Oh, how do most students get around the campus?
How do most students get around the campus being so large?
Most students ride their bicycles. We have a lot of beach cruisers, so a lot of the girls ride around in pink bikes with baskets on them, and a lot of the guys have cool black bikes. So students really just bicycle everywhere. Like I said, it's sunny, and it's easy to get around that way.
Excellent.
I don't know what this is.
Um,
What are the most popular areas of study at
what are the most popular areas of study at
your school?
your school?
Most students probably go into business, engineering, teaching, journalism, nursing, and then liberal arts, which covers anything that doesn't fall in a specific category. So if you wanted to learn math or history or Spanish, that would fall into liberal arts. We just really have a wide variety of offerings.
Excellent.
What is the cost of your school?
The cost.
So we are what's called a state university. So we receive funding from the state of Arizona. So we have 2 different costs of tuition. One cost is for students that have lived in Arizona and graduate from high schools in Arizona. It's called in-state tuition. That cost of attendance is $9,720 for 1 year. And then we have a different cost for students like you guys. You live in New Jersey, which means you're from another state that's not from Arizona, so you have to pay a different amount. That tuition is $22,807.
Well, that leads me to a question. Does your
So
school,
that's tuition. Go ahead.
I said, does your school offer scholarships for that?
We do offer scholarships. We have a scholarship that's based on academics. So we have, it's called a merit scholarship or academic scholarship. So guys, this means that you need to do really well in school and get good grades because it will help you pay for college. You can get a scholarship as large as $13,000 for 1 year if you get straight A's in high school.
So that's going to pay for almost half of your college right there.
I can
Yeah.
pay for college and my
Yeah. So you got to keep that work up. How about alumni? Do you guys have any famous alumni?
We do have some famous alumni. I was trying to think of anyone that you guys could relate to. One of my favorite alumni that graduated from ASU is Pat Tillman. And I don't know if any of you are familiar with who Pat Tillman was, but he was a football player here at ASU, and then he actually played professional football, but he decided to join the military, and he went overseas, and he was actually killed overseas. He was very famous. He set a legacy for himself, and here we have a tradition where we have a famous 5K run every year where we commemorate his name and his charity. So Pat Tillman was very famous. We also, I don't know if you guys know who this is, but if you watch any TV and you see in commercials the Old Spice guy, Isaiah Mustafa graduated from ASU. Kate Spade, she's a famous designer. A lot of people that are successful in the area, the president of the Arizona Diamondbacks, the baseball team here in Arizona, he graduated from ASU as well.
And I think one of the local baseball teams, the New York Mets, has a famous Arizona State alumni, Ike Davis. Is that correct?
I believe so, yes. We actually produced quite a few Major League Baseball players. I think last year we signed our 100th player that went into the Major League Baseball.
Oh, wow. Excellent baseball tradition. Now, what do you find to be the most enjoyable part about working for Arizona State?
I love how innovative ASU is. We think of so many things to do, and we're really leading the nation in the way we teach our students higher ed, the way we teach our college students things, and the opportunities that all of our students here have to learn. We have professors that love to work with students. I know a professor that actually worked on a Mars rover. So research that he was doing actually went into outer space. He actually touched something that went on to the planet Mars. We're a clean campus, renewable energy. That'll be something that you guys will hear a lot about while you grow up, is recycling and doing things like that. It's part of our big initiative here. So really, students at ASU have the opportunity to do anything. It's cool. I've come to learn that working here.
Excellent. Any other questions? The other one I have is, being that you guys are so far away, obviously our students would have to travel via airline to get to the campus over there. Now, how about when family comes to visit? Is that something that's okay on campus there, or is there areas where they could stay, close to campus?
ASU is located in the Phoenix metro area. So where our different campuses are, in Tempe, it's a very college town. So there are plenty of hotel offerings, lots of restaurants, and lots of things to do. So the parents don't typically stay on campus in the residence halls, but they can stay in hotels near the area. There's a lot of things to do here. We have professional football, basketball, you name it. So there's plenty of things to keep you occupied while you do visit.
And how about for your students from out of state? What's the percentage of people who live on campus versus commuters? Do a lot of people stay around on the weekends? Would we, if we came out from New Jersey, would we still have a lot of friends who stay in the area instead of going home every weekend?
Yeah, we have about 60% of our students, so a little bit more than half of our students. Actually, it's closer to 70%. So about 2/3 of our student body is from the state of Arizona, and then the rest of the students are from out of state, like you guys. All of the freshmen live on campus. So every single freshman here lives in the residence halls, does activities on the weekend, goes to class during the week, and then you spend a lot of time doing your homework. And students, for the majority, stay on campus during the weekends. So you'll have lots of friends and things to do. After your first year in college, a lot of students move out into apartments that are close to campus and live with your friends for the next 3 years while you're a student here.
Excellent. Well, yeah. Of course you can. Go ahead.
Do you get to choose your roommates when you live in an apartment?
Can you repeat that question?
Do you get to choose your roommates when you're moving into Arizona State? For example, if two of these young ladies decided to attend, would they be able to request each other to be roommates together?
If we have a cool model of living here. We have people live together that are studying the same thing. So if you come to ASU and you want to be a nurse and you're going to study nursing, you'll actually be rooming with another student that's a nurse. If you wanted to study painting, you'll be living with somebody that's also studying painting. So if you do have this same, if you want to be the same thing when you grow up, then you guys can live together and request to live together. But if not, we'll place you with somebody who has the same interests as you so that you guys can get along and meet somebody new and have a best friend by the end of the year.
The last question I have, too, is oh, go ahead, Victoria.
How many roommates get to stay in a room?
We have a wide variety of residence halls because we have to house 8,000 students. So 8,000 students live on campus. So we have a room that you don't share, so you can be by yourself in a room. There can be 2 people in a room. There could be 3 people in a room or 4 people in a room. It just depends on which ones you get. Sometimes you can share a bathroom with each other. If you have your own bathroom, though, you have to clean your own bathroom. Or if you have a bathroom that's in the hall that everybody that lives in the same area shares, but then somebody else cleans that, which I like better. I don't like cleaning my own bathroom.
Did you have a question, Marla? Oh, go ahead, Devin.
Wait, I just lost it.
When you guys look at acceptance for students, do you base your acceptance strictly on academics, or do you tend to look at that holistic approach where you take into consideration the volunteer work or the leadership ethics of some of the applicants that are applying to ASU?
We base our acceptance only on academics. So we have what's called guaranteed admission criteria. When you apply to ASU, as long as you have a 3.0, which means you get all B's, even though you want to get A's for scholarships. So if you got all B's in high school, then you meet that guaranteed admission criteria and you'll be admitted. So you need a 3.0. We also base admission on standardized test scores. So once you guys get into high school, you'll learn a little bit more about taking college entrance tests. We take both the ACT and SAT, and how well you perform out of your class. So we look at class rank. And it is only based on your academics. We don't have a holistic approach, but we do have a very prestigious honors college here at ASU. It's called Barrett the Honors College, and a lot of people compare it to some very popular Ivy colleges. I don't know if you guys are familiar with like Harvard or Princeton, schools like that, but our honors college is comparable to that. And they do consider all the activities you've been involved in community service and being part of student government and playing sports in high school. So we do kind of have 2 different ways of assessing that.
Go ahead, Devin.
If you come with a friend and she wants to be like a painter and you want to be a painter, can you be in the same room?
Yes.
All right, guys. What do we say?
Thank you.
Can we give her a go, Sun Devils? Go ahead. Now, is it a is it a cheer? Do you have to say go Sun Devils or go ASU? What do we say here?
You can say go Sun Devils.
Okay. So you ready? We'll do a 1, 2, 3. Go Devils. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Go Sun Devils.
Thank you so much for taking the time to talk to us.
You're welcome. Anytime you need me, you can give me a call or send me an email. And you guys got the previews I sent, right? So you can have all that information written down?
Absolutely. They have the packets to take home with them, the pennants to hang on their walls. And
Wonderful.
you're going to, I think you'll be seeing some of their applications in about 10 years. So they'll be ready to go for ASU.
Sounds good. I'll keep my eyes open for them.
Thank you so much. Have a great afternoon.
Thank you. Bye, guys.
Bye.
This is mine.